Come behind the scenes with me while I show you how to film an unboxing video that's actually interesting. This is not your basic unboxing video with the pretty lights and the ASMR sounds and no substance. We're going to unbox this viral shelf lamp. We're going to put it together, we're going to show its style, and we're going to make it interesting. So the first thing I did was use an overhead camera to catch some basic unboxing. I'm going to use very, very little footage from this, but I wanted to make sure I had it anyway. Basically just opening up the cardboard box and pulling out all the pieces. If you don't have a floor or carpet that you like, just lay it on a blanket and you can really get that same visual effect of having a really nice aesthetic put together background. In between each piece that I was pulling out of the box, I was making sure to get fully out of camera view. This is when I realized how intricate the instructions were, and I wasn't sure if my idea was going to work, but I was going to try it anyway. What I decided to do was try and create a stop motion video of putting this thing together. Basically, when you see those clips of inanimate objects moving by themselves or seemingly so, that's what I wanted this to do, and I wanted to make sure it looked like it was putting itself together. I wish, right? So stop motion is pretty simple once you get the hang of it. All you have to do is make small movements in the camera. So you see that I'm taking this little board, I'm making one movement, and then I'm getting out of the camera frame. Again, here, I'm putting one foot in the base of the board, and then I'm getting out of the camera frame. You want to make sure that nothing in frame is moving, there are no shadows, and you are completely out of frame or it will ruin the illusion. Now when I'm doing this, I film one continuous long video. I don't take snapshots. That way I can guarantee the camera has not moved and you can really play into that illusion. So I just continue this for every single piece. Move a piece a tiny little bit and then get out of the camera. When it came to putting things together, I had to just put in one pole and then get out of the camera's way. Really, I was just hoping that this would work out the way that I wanted it to. And I continued this on for every single little piece. For each tier, I moved all 4 poles at one time, and then I would put them in one by one, and then I would move the next base one by one. You can see me doing it right here. When you go to edit a stop motion video, basically what you're going to do is you're going to cut out all the actions of you moving. And you're only going to keep the tiny little clip of the item in place. You are not in the frame. There's no shadows in the frame. There's no movement in the frame. That is how you simulate that illusion that inanimate objects are moving themselves. Once I had really started to build the shelf up, I was just trusting the process. Unfortunately, there's really no tiny movements in between the shelves. So I would just move one shelf up, get out, move one shelf up, continue on. Got some B-roll of the shelf sitting where I'm probably going to end up keeping it long term. But then I realized that this wall was actually better to film on, so I decided to move it onto this wall, and then I started decorating the shelf. I'm filming so much with this, so I have tons of footage to film from, but this video will probably only end up being 20 seconds or so. In between each item that I was putting on the shelf, I was stepping out of the frame. This way I have the opportunity, if I want to make it look like the items are just popping up onto the shelves. Then I just got tons of footage of the styled shelf. Get more footage than you think you'll need. So what do you think? You want to see the final result?